Okay everybody, I'm going to be trying to do my cake pops over again in a different way to see if it comes out any better. So what I did is I just made a regular batter of cake mix out of a box, like any kind that I normally get, like Betty Crocker. I like Betty Crocker's cake mix, and you know, at least I know that I'll like it, because the Babycakes cake mix I wasn't very fond of. So I'm trying a different kind of batter, and I have not turned on the machine yet. I'm going to wait. I'm going to fill it up first, and then I'll turn it on, just so I won't have some baking before I can get my wells filled. And then the next thing that I'm going to do differently is I'm going to actually try pouring this batter into a baggie. I really have no idea how this is going to go, but I'm going to try pouring it in here and then cutting a little slit off at the end so it'll be easier to pour into my wells. So this could very well be a complete mess, but I am going to try it. I always feel like such a weirdo when I'm making YouTube videos in my kitchen, because I have windows where you can see, like cars can see totally into the house. Here, I'll show you. See, there's my windows, and you know, there's nothing covering them, so anyone who's driving down the street can completely see into my kitchen. And I'm standing here with a camera tripod on my island. So I just thought you guys should know that my neighbors probably think that I'm completely crazy, which is okay, because I think some of my neighbors are completely crazy too, so I think I fit in pretty well around here. I live beside a teacher who isn't really weird, but he's not home very often. And then beside me on the other side is a lady who's absolutely crazy, and she actually is a, what is the neighbor lady, a mortician? She's a mortician. This looks like poo in a bag, but it's gonna taste delish. Shit, I didn't bring my spatula over. Man. I don't fully think things through before I actually do them. That's a problem that I have. So this is gonna take forever to drip down because I don't have a spatula. Also, I'm just gonna get it all over the counter. Oh well. It can be cleaned up, right? Oh, batter. I'm going to eat you. I'm starting to get messy. Okay, good enough. Good enough. Alright, so I'm going to shut this completely. Well, that was disgusting. This really does look like poo in a bag. Okay, so here is my batter. I have this horrible feeling that as soon as I cut this, it's all gonna come flying out. I don't quite know how to like live and learn, right? If that's what happens, that's what happens. Maybe if I do it like really tiny. This is actually working out rather well. Now I'm still going to try doing cake pops by hand. So I still want to see how that turns out. But I decided that I wasn't going to completely write this off yet, just because my first video was, you know, just experimenting, and I wanted to try it different ways before I completely said, hey, this thing is a complete waste of money. So this way seems to be working rather well so far. It's not that messy. Could be a lot worse, though I'm sure there's probably a much easier way of doing this, but I still haven't really figured out yet. Okay. Clean up my mess so I have as little mess as possible to clean up later. Okay. So I'm going to turn this on. And since it's already filled, it obviously, the ready light isn't on yet, so I'm not quite sure how long to keep them in. Normally it would be 4 minutes once you start filling the wells, so I am going to just, I don't know. I'll figure it out. The only thing that kind of sucks about this method is that I'm going to have to wait until the wells cool down before I can put in my next set of the batter. So I'm not sure how long it's actually going to take for the cake pop maker to cool down. So that's going to be a little time consuming. But so far, I'm liking this method a lot better, so we'll see how it turns out anyway. I just wish I could see in there and see how long they need, or you know what I mean. It's so hard to say if they're done or if I'm burning them or if I open them and I'm gonna mess them up because they're not ready yet. I think I might leave them in for a little longer than what I said. I can definitely smell them. Like, they smell like they're baking. Okay, I'm gonna sneak a peek because this is driving me crazy. I need to know. I don't know know if I filled them up far enough, unless they're just not done baking. Hard to say. I might not have filled them up far enough because they didn't look like they were quite so round. So I'm going to fill them up a little further next time. I think I'd rather have them be a little overflowing than not enough, because if they're too overflowing, at least you'll be able to like take like the ring and stuff off of them. Whereas opposed if you don't fill them up enough, then they're kind of like not even ball shaped. Alright, I'm going to say these are done. I still haven't mastered how to open this thing, especially while it's hot. I'm scared of it. Okay. So here we are. Let me see. Should have tested with a toothpick first. Well, they came out clean. I just didn't fill them up enough, so. Live and learn. Yeah. I'm definitely going to fill them up further this next time around because, well, they were not filled up far enough. It's just such a shame because the bottoms are always perfect and the tops are just something left to be desired. Okay, as you can see from my first round, these aren't perfectly round by any means because I didn't fill it up far enough. And what seems to be happening is the bottoms are perfect. The tops are a little lumpy looking. The bottoms have kind of like a crunch to them, so I don't know if maybe I left them in too long, but I ate one and it tasted fine. Ooh, see, and that's like way too full. One time I don't fill it far enough, the next time I'm filling it too full. Oh well. Round 2. Okay, this round, the cake pop maker was already still a little warm, so I think I'm going to leave them in for 3 minutes. Okay. Alright, I think I'm burning them, but I can't open the fucking thing. This is ridiculous. I'm really not still feeling for this. Okay, let's see. They are not done. Not done, not done. I'm still really not happy with this thing. It's just... it's a pain in my ass. That's what it is. Alright, we're gonna try it again. I don't know if I'm just a fucking idiot or what when it comes to opening this thing.
It's not that fucking hot. Still not enough.
Well, I filled it to the top. Like, if I would have filled it any farther, it would have overflown. Unplug that.
Well, are they burning though? Or are they looking underdone on top?
So they're underdone on top.
Get a whole thing of mix to see if you can get
one more try.
Oops. I just... oh, that was just...
Well, you couldn't
smart.
eat them.
I dropped it on the floor, yeah.
These look like freaking... I don't even know what. They don't look good though.
No, they really don't.
The bottoms look fine. See, the ring on that around that one was burning.
I just don't think it's gonna work, Mom.
I don't either. I tried giving it another chance, but it's just not looking good at all. Like, if I were making these for people, I would not give them away. I'd be too ashamed. I could not give these
no,
to
I mean,
someone.
if we have to hand...
I am like a minute away from throwing this thing out the goddamn... Okay, this is my third attempt with the cake mix that I used this time around. These still aren't coming out very nice looking. Like, the bottoms are perfect. Around here, it looks like it's burning, but the tops don't seem like they're done cooking. So, I mean, obviously you would frost these and decorate them somehow, but I would not feel good about giving these to someone. If you're just gonna eat them, that's fine, you know, but if I were baking them for whatever reason to give away, I would not give someone this. The way that I put the cake batter into the wells worked out fine. I like that. I just don't like this machine. I have major beef with it. But anyway, I'm not going to bother even dipping these or icing them. I'm going to throw it out. So, but had these turned out fine and had I icing them, I'll show you what I was going to try. I actually have one of these things. This is by Wilton. It's called a Chocolate Pro, and basically you just put candy melts or chocolate or whatever you want to in here, and it melts them for you. So I was going to use these candy melts to icing them, but I'm not going to bother because I don't like how the cake pops are turning out. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to try another way of doing this. I'm going to give up on it, and I would say that if you're just going to use this for fun, for something to do, especially someone mentioned if you have kids, it would be a fun thing to do. Just be really, really careful because this thing gets extremely hot. But, you know, and if you're just eating them for fun. But if you plan on, like if you wanted to bake some for the holidays or any kind of reason that you'd want to give them away, I just say no. The novelty of it is fun, and I think that's with like all novelty type of appliances that they make, whether it's a funnel cake maker or a donut maker or whatever. Like, you know, you're buying it for the, you know, obscurity of it, not necessarily that it's going to work great or anything like that. But yeah, that's just how I feel about it. So I mean, not everyone, I'm sure, is going to have the same feelings about the machine, but that's just how I feel. If you guys were interested in this and you want me to try like other things that I get, my dad informed me on the phone today that he got me a cookie pop maker at his work. So I have no idea what that is or what it entails, but I will definitely try it out and give you guys my opinion if you found these videos helpful. So I hope you guys liked this video, and if you were here right now, I'd let you try some of these gorgeous looking cake pops.